While we like to think of Vanguards as tanks, Peni Parker is one who fills this role in the loosest of sense. In common with her fellow Vanguard, Peni boasts a larger than average pool of health and the ability to gain shields and the ability to withstand damage to a certain degree. Now, just like other Vanguards, her damage on her basic attack is pretty abysmal. The sweet thing about Peni's damage is it is far-reaching and has no drop-off and comes with unlimited ammo. So you can spam her basic attack basically ad nauseum and with no drawback. Peppering enemies with some health is better than nothing. Now, the reason you want to be playing Peni Parker is because the girl locks down a location like nobody's business. She is the definition of an anchor. So her main ability is this nest, and she puts out the nest, and every few seconds it spouts out these spider drones, and they will target anything that comes within the nest radius. Now, one of her abilities is a net that she can cast out, and this net, you can have 3 of them out. One of the things that I found out is that it can connect to the spider nest in such a way to extend the range at which the spider drones can roam. And anything that touches a webbing, just like a spider, the drones will seek out. So you can place your nest behind a wall, up on a ledge, and place webbing connecting to it, and then the drones will leap and do damage. Also, she has these mines that she can set up, and if they're in the webbing, then they will be concealed. So your enemies won't know they're there. Now they're going to assume that you've placed bombs in the webbing. The webbing isn't concealed, as you can see with the yellow hex lines on the ground. And you can actually see the nest right there next to Peni. But yeah, and then she can zip using, that's her dash ability, is to zip to any web that is in the environment. Now she can zip to a wall, which will create a webbing if there's none there. She can zip to any surface if she's close enough, but she can zip even farther to a webbing. And anything she zips to, she will anchor herself to until you release it. And this allows her to not be knocked around. This allows her to, if she's out too far, she can release all movement and she'll zip back to her anchor point. So this allows her to get out really quickly and not be knocked around like a true anchor. And as an added bonus, if her webbing hits the opponent rather than the environment, it can create a quick stun, as you see there. Now, her mines do a lot more damage than her drones. The caveat being the mines are a one-time damage instance. The drones continue to damage anything in their radius. And the basic attack is just for peppering, hopefully get the kill or help your DPS get the kill. All this combines to make her ultimate, which she runs around throwing out webbing, throwing out spider drones, and then you can do up to 7 mines in the area. And anybody that you hit with her basic attack button will be knocked up in by a melee attack instead of the gunfire that she does. You've seen that used here in the footage.
Penny down. There you go.
You know what to do, spiders? The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is gonna hurt. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
So obviously, Peni Parker is all about defense. Her biggest weakness is going to be flyers or anybody who can get up high and get away from or pepper her from above without having to worry about her traps. However, most heroes are going to be on the ground, and in order to contest the point, you have to land on it, which makes her the ultimate Vanguard for defensive points. Anything where you're going to be sitting, denying your opponents getting access to the area. She is not great on attack or anything where you have to move or push a payload across the map because of the fact that she needs her webbing, she needs her traps, etc. And you can't, the spider nest is on a heavy cooldown, so if it gets destroyed or you decide to destroy it yourself to remove it, which you can do by just reactivating it, she is going to have a really hard time dealing damage from that point until the cooldown is over. The last bit of her kit is if she is standing in a webbing, she will gain health, and this health will overheal her into bonus health if she's full. So it's a great way to, it is her main source of survivability. So that is the reason that you want to sit on a point and play defensively. You're not going to be up in the face of anybody. You're going to wait for them to come to you. That way they can be peppered with drones and mines, and you can riddle them with bullets and push them back while healing it all in the same time. You can see right there, Jeff the baby land shark went to do his ult, got hit with mines and spider drones, and died before he could. Another problem that she has is she is no help to her team as far as defensive capabilities. She can't put up shields in the way that even Banner can put up minor shields around his allies. So your team is going to have to play bearing that in mind, either going with a second tank, which is a good option, or just not being in the enemy's face so much, expecting to have a tank that's going to be in there with them. She does sit more in the back line as more of a support tank, keeping the objective locked down while the DPS go and get the kills. Overall, though, I find her to be one of the more enjoyable tanks that I found to play. While she isn't aggressive, I do rather enjoy the ability to sit back and deny the opponent in on an objective. Definitely the main thing to remember when playing Peni Parker is that this is not a team deathmatch game. This is only about an objective. Did you deny your opponent the objective, or did you obtain the objective? And that is it. So a defensive tank sitting on the point may seem like a bad thing because you're not getting those kills, you're not being aggressive, but at the end of the day you are achieving victory, and that's what matters.
Well, what's next? 3,